Disclaimer. The information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness by giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the task. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look through our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 197th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice here on Tuesday, November 23rd, 2021. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name is Rick Cram, and I'll be a host today, along with Dean and Mark. And I think we're ready to bring on the members of the Universal Council who will be presenting today's workshop. So let me get that ready here. Okay, let's begin.
Hello, this is Marie. I'm a Universal Council member for the Norwegian language. So welcome all knowledge seekers and the universal community and all souls to the One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace. So this week, the topic is a lot about the Knowledge Seekers Workshop 407, where there is a call to action, or maybe the next level of the Dome of Peace. And last week in the Soul Teaching, we had a lot of discussions about this teaching, and that we will unite as one soul of the soul of the man. But more about that later. So now there are no more wishing, but we do, we command, we dictate. Mr. Keshe calls it decision making. And more about the 407, the Knowledge Seekers Workshop. You talked about Jesus, and where Jesus used his soul to recreate his physicality. And we are now on the level of the prophets, or this, when we have this knowledge with us, we are on the same level. And he also talks about Solomon. Someone says that's the soul of the man. It sounds like it, Solomon, who communicated with the animals and all souls. So it's something there about the communication with all entities around us. And his army was his followers, but he never asked for an army. So they were just following him, like the animals and other entities and souls. And he also is called the wise one, someone told me. So the soul of the man has decided to unify the souls. And as we can say that the purpose of life is to mature and grow our soul. So now it's a call to action. And now we have the opportunity to create and serve. And we will learn the transmutation by the elevation of the soul of the man. So, but we need to be peaceful within and without. And we are protecting humanity. So there are so much beauty who is going on all the way. As I wrote in our UC chat, the time has come for the man to become the creator. He or she is, and no one can change that. The soul has decided, and that is the soul's decision. And in this One Nation, One Planet, One Race today, we will present an invitation and some call to action, but we will also listen to parts of the 407. And then we will discuss what to do. And I found something very beautiful. I know there are many, many people around who are making clips and things from the 407, and I found something which is a transcript in a way, but it says, and it's in multiple languages. And he says that today Mr. Keshe suggested we add the next step to the ritual of creating the dome of peace with the power of our soul. And Mr. Keshe is saying, we asked you to spread the Gans water each Sunday. Now we give you a new path. Now try to unite each other's souls. Try to elevate the soul of humanity through your own soul to a level that no one can touch the embodiment of the human race. We are facing our demise, ours and many other life forms besides us. Try to find a time to unite on a regular basis in the dimension of the soul, that mankind elevates the soul of the totality, and we can dissolve all the animosity and the harmful times imposed by those who thought to have the power by their money. Choose a time where all of you come together on the soul level in a state of inner calmness. At that time, don't spread the waters of the Gans, but spread your soul. Unite, and in time we will make a new race of the soul of the man. And then, instead of doing it once a week, do it all the time. So we have created an invitation to a meeting that we will present later on, and it will also be posted in all the Telegram language chats, and we have some ideas of how this meeting will go on. And this meeting will be tomorrow, Wednesday, at 6 p.m. CET. So, but more to that later. We will speak about it. So I will end this introduction with the words from the Universal Council Charter. Through the beauty of the soul of diversity of the languages spoken on planet Earth, all souls are as equal, and all are as creators, as they are created in the image of the Creator. Thank you.
Okay, we've lost that video. We're seeing Marie's picture.
disculpen, estoy pidiendo al Rick que le ponga más suave a esto. El alma universal Council nos invita a cada alma, capítulo, el alma,
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you are. Thank you, Mary, for share the script of the summary of some part of the 407 of last Knowledge Seeker workshop. This is the World Peace Project, One City, One Center, and I'm very happy today to we have some recording from Mr. Keshe from last week workshop that definitely I recommend you to go on and see. And there is something that everyone can take part of. So as you know, for who already listened to the workshop, we got this beautiful picture of the spaceship. Here we are. So for whoever heard already the workshop of last Thursday, there Mr. Keshe call for action for all of us to get together at the soul level to deliver what we are here for, to make world peace. So I definitely recommend you to listen carefully what we're gonna broadcast now, because it's something that every one of you, every one of us can do. Doesn't cost any money, and it's a way to take responsibility for ourselves and people around us and all the planet. So I really recommend it. And it just really reminded me also the Mojang, because when we were in the Mojang, we were in the same situation. Mr. Keshe taught us that our soul are already chosen that position, or your soul has chosen this position to be here today and to be a knowledge seeker. And as he taught us to connect and make this connection in such a way that then we could fly, we could turn our body into spacecraft and take ourselves to the next level. The same Mr. Keshe has done with all of us last Thursday. So it's time to take it to the next level. And we all, the reason we are here, our soul already took position. So now we just need to deliver. So please listen carefully, and then we're gonna start to make a plan on action or how to do it. Thank you. If Rick, you can start the recording. Thank you so much.
Okay, here we go. This is a recording from the 407th Knowledge Seekers Workshop.
We have created for ourselves. We're becoming more physical than what we are asking for, literally, is to go back to the time of Solomon, to go back before him and go back to the time of Mitra and Zorash, go back to the time of the Creator and understanding of the totality. The word, I made man in the image of myself, is not only in the dimension of the light, but is in the dimension of enlightenment too. It's us who has to find that in the dimension of physicality and in the dimension of understanding the light. We are not part of something which has no meaning, and we are not there just to be there. We are part of the process. We are the hinges of connecting one part to the other. At the same time, we are one and the other. As we interact, we interconnect, and we become part of the structure. Maybe in the coming time, maybe in understanding the totality with the introduction of the new knowledge, new ways, new tools we can show you to become better drivers of your soul. Better interactor between the soul of physicality and the soul of the man. They asked the Creator a question: are you perfect? He said, how can I be perfect when I cannot, when I see and create imperfection in my creatures and created? In so many paths taken to create always the perfection has become even a pain to the Creator. What can you do if you understand, even your Creator understand the limitation of dimensions of existence? Mankind soon will come to understand the answer to the question: are you perfect? And even one is perfect, one created what by him has to be perfect, to be continuous, to be the cycle of the creation in totality. We have never spoken in the voice and the language of the Creator, but soon you all hear that, as you have heard in the past times. It's for you to understand the totality. It's for you to understand the totality of the creation in the dimension of man's soul as itself. It's part of cycle of the regeneration and interaction of the fields of the universe. It's not that our soul will stay just because we died. Our soul has a lifespan, and in that lifespan has to decide where it wants to be part of and what it wants to be part of. Mankind has reached a point of decision making. And in a way, before it was them, now is all. With what we see and what is on and what is to come, how much more humanity will go the path of physicality. We took the love of God from Rothschilds because of their misconduct. We took the love of God from Jews, and out of them became a misconduct of Rothschilds. And for this, we abolish both at the same time. What this means, it means mankind has been put to a test, not to fail, but to more understand the cycle of the generation of the soul and the interaction of the soul of physicality by totality put together in one dimension. The purpose of the cycle and the pains you go through in this part of the life of this planet is to unify the soul of the man as one. As you all at the same time has come to suffer through the hand of the man. When it was an earthquake, it was somewhere there. When it was a hurricane, it was somewhere there. It had nothing to do with me. It was just a piece of news. Now the hurricane is hitting all of us. And this hurricane is not who's going to come out of it well and who does not. In fact, it's for the man to unite collectively in that hurricane, to hold hand, to become one, to be able to stand till this hurricane is over. Mankind will not do it in the dimension of the physicality, but mankind can do it through the dimension of the interaction and what we call hold on to through the souls. This is what we call upon the knowledge seekers, to understand and to start acting upon it. We ask you to water every Sunday. And many of you watered on a Sunday lunchtime and dinner time. Now we give you a new path. Maybe you will understand. Instead of watering the whole, as you all do and you shall do, now try to unite each other's soul. Try to make the soul of the humanity through the knowledge seekers to the level that no one can touch the physicality of the embodiment of the human race. Even though they come in different names and shapes and colors and whatever. What I call upon the knowledge seekers is very simple. We are facing a demise, and collective connection and interaction of the soul of the man with other creatures which we love and carry at home or outside or whatever shape of home, be the plant or whatever. Try to find a time. Try to find a place. Try to be on regular basis to unite in the dimension of the soul. That mankind elevates the soul of the totality, and we can weather this animosity and this what I call horrendous time, which is imposed by those who thought have the power of the finance and the power of to do so. Choose a time. Go back to the time where all of you are at the point of what I call collective calmness. And this time, don't spread the water of Ganges, spread your soul. Interact and unite, that in totality, we make a new race out of the soul of the man. This is part of the purposes of the Keshe Foundation teaching. Unification of the souls, that In space and beyond, we are interacted. We are all one, and we all manifest as one. This is the only way that all of you and many of you will survive this hurricane, which is now blowing across the winds and the planet and beyond. We are suffering with what we see is happening to mankind, but we understand the solidarity and unification of the soul of the man is the key. Then, once you unite, you will not harm each other as you was part of it to be harmed. And then we go back to the point of one planet, one nation, one race, in a way, one soul. This is the only way the human race will weather this situation, what we see at the moment on this planet. And this is the only way that we see the demise of those who finance such a painful cycle for so many. But we have to understand, when a nation works together, the leaders have no power, even though they thought they protected themselves beyond the castles and the walls and everything else. In so many ways, mankind has to come to the point of understanding the test of what is come now is not, in a way, individual, is to unite the human race. This is the opportunity for knowledge seekers to extend the position and the possession of the work of the soul to become one. Choose a time that all of you, the way you do on Sundays, is the time of uniting the soul of the man. And then you understand. Don't go there for a second till the water of the can is finished. Stay there, that all the cans can stay full all the time. Never be of those who says, I give. Be there to be taken and allow and give the permit to be taken from you if there is a need. No one shall die from no foreign body entry on what we call the table of execution by injection, as it is tradition in the States and the United States. This way, you enhance. This way, the soul of the mankind will become strong enough to protect the soul of the physicality of those who want to be there. No man, no physicality shall be demised if the knowledge seekers understand the whole purpose of this work. Try to understand. Try to organize yourself to become, to be the soul. And then instead of the same time once a week, extend it to all time, the whole year round. Because many of you soon will travel into the depths of the universe and you cannot wait till the Sunday 6 o'clock comes as I'm in trouble, and today is Sunday 9 o'clock. I have to wait a week in the depth of the space that the soul of the man might be there to help me. The planet Earth shall shine like a star, where the soul of its citizens will shine to all those who are created within the structure of the soul of physicality. You will see and you will understand soon. There is no time better than when mankind sets and he has no time to do with the religion and time and what we call different path. We advise Wednesday 6 o'clock Central European time in the evening and the morning, where all the nations around the world will come together in the soul. But it has nothing to do with no religion, and it has nothing to do with the path of thinking. in so many paths mankind has created to be separate and to be better. At 6 o'clock Wednesday, Central European time is the time when mankind is equal and the same. Unite your souls and you understand. Extend the souls. Do not sit there, I don't feel, because you're not in touch with it. You just make the physicality available for a time of change. You understand that the totality sits within the strength of the soul of the man. As one race, not man as one individual. Let them throw what they like at us, as we are much stronger than it feels like a pin thrown as a giant. The giant is the unification of the soul of the man together to become one, to unite for the betterment of humanity. And while you are in that position, elevate the soul of the man in totality. Become those individual magravs which they link to each other to change the totality. We called it a cluster magrav. If you remember to go back that far, put 1 or 2 or 3 that collectively you reduce and you contribute to the what are called the wealth of the house. Now those magravs is your soul, and with it comes the control of it, which is the soul of physicality. Maybe after a few days, choose a Tuesday to do the same, and then the Monday, and then everything else which goes with it, and then extend it to all time, all the time. When I'm not, somebody else is there. It is not a clockwork. It's the understanding that the clock never stops and never works without understanding the totality. We come to this point to be here, not just by accident. But as I said, when you don't do it, we force you. When we force you, you kick. But when you do it, you act it. We didn't create the condition of what is today, but we have the opportunity by the misconduct of the others for you to be understanding the totality, and in a way we make the best out of their mistakes. We've seen this behavior. I come from blood of Moses through my mother, but I'm ashamed to carry that blood when I see the same thing happens again and again. We saw what Moses did with those who gave him food and water and grow him up. We saw what happened with the state of Israel. By giving land and everything, they became the same as their, what I call, bloodline. And we've seen the same with Rothschild, where the wealth was given, instead of bringing peace and betterment of man, they chose to go the wrong way. And now they receive their term, the end. And this has been the same in the same blood, and that shall end. But with it, we don't suffer to say we've done wrong too, we've been done wrong too, and blah, blah. But we use it as an opportunity to bring mankind to understand, to unify the soul of the man, to create that one nation, one race. And with it, the soul of the man and the soul of the planet to be one. When one race is the same as one planet soul, then this planet will shine beyond the dimension and become the center of the universe and the position of the Creator. Then the whole of the universe shall see for the first time the presence of the Creator. Maybe it's too far for you to understand, but it's like a light and the sun for us as we know what is about to come. soon you will understand, is not being there just to abuse. It had to be there to help, to support. One of the turning points for me was when I saw the picture of Rothschild walking with Mao Zedong in a garden in the hills in China. Then I realized even what we see today as an emperor of what we call the power of China still sits in the hand of Rothschilds, and how they have abused everything beyond. And we've taken the love of God from every soul of that bloodline. Soon you shall see.
Did we want to continue with this?
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, so very soon we're gonna start question and answer, try comment on this and talk about this, because it's very big topic. It's very good, big turning point for us, where we all become emotion. So when you hear the story of the emotion and you want to know more about what happened during the emotion, so for who doesn't know about the emotion, Mr. Keshe picked 4 people, and he taught her the soul teaching, and to give a chance to these people to take it to the other level. And he said, if these 4 normal people can do, everyone can do. And I was one of the 4, and things happened. We did a lot of stuff when we were there. Things don't start straight away. It took time, but the same. It's what happened to all of us now. We all emotion. We all part of the human race is a spaceman. We're part of the space. The Earth is a spacecraft floating in space. So what we did for people in 3 years ago, 4 years ago, we can do this all now together, and it's very simple. We have plenty of love, we have a conditional love. We have a limited supply of love, and as we know, the love it's the strongest force in the entire universe. Love, compassion, happiness, peace. So we have to just don't be tight. Don't be tight, and share this love that we have unconditional. Each one of us has endless supply of love, and be kind to each other. So we have to bring ourselves to, like Mr. Keshe said, to a calm state, to a place where we're in peace and joy. So we have to enjoy our life. So it's not nothing bad that we have to do. Actually, we have to do something really good. We have to just learn how to love each other, how to connect more with each other's, and how to also find peace inside you and around you. And we have all these inside us. We have endless supplies of it. We have to just start to use it. So like in the motion, Mr. Keshe taught us to connect. He also tell you now in this video last week to connect. We have to start to connect, all of us, all the knowledge seeker, but we are all knowledge seekers. So and he said to start to connect in regular basic, like we used to do in the motion. We used to connect every evening. Every evening we start to connect. So we're gonna now make a date and a time, as you heard. Mr. Keshe recommended Wednesday, 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. CET time. The same as when we do every Sunday with the guns. Same things, but this time, instead of use the guns, we use our guns, the guns that we have inside us. And I can guarantee you, from my experience with the Mojang, I never experienced something so strong like the power that we have inside us. Cannot be compared with anything. We're unbeatable. So we have to create this giant, like he said, this giant that is the all of us together, making this soul of this, where the soul of the earth, the soul of humanity. So we're making this giant together. This how we were asked us to make like a spaceship between four. Between all of us, we're gonna make a spaceship of the earth. So we're gonna make this giant. And when we get that quality of be united, nothing can beat us. So everyone can say whatever they want to say. The people in power can do whatever they want to do, but you know we are unbeatable. So it's time to get together. Very important not to have fear. It's very, very simple. You have to just enjoy and love each other and connect more. So we're gonna make a date that then here Mary or other people of the Universal Council, if they want to take further and talk further, and then also you, if you want to make any question, we can talk further. But from my understanding, we start from Wednesday, and will be a public teaching, a public Zoom meeting every Wednesday at 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. And we're gonna connect like we did in the module. So no need to talk, we just connect. And like happened to us at the beginning, maybe we don't know what we're doing or we don't know if it's right or wrong. But what happened to us in the module, after a while, things start to make sense more and more, and things start to happening more and more. So this is the way that we're gonna take it to the next level. So something so very simple, but we have to connect. So we have to make that connection, and we have to take a time. Maybe the beginning of Wednesday. Then he said to do it also the following days until we're gonna do it every day, all the time. Yes, I don't know if anyone else want to add anything or want to say
Good
anything.
morning, Stefania. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone. This is Arza QC Farsi. As Marie and Stefania put it in a profound way. The 407, like most, all of Mr. Keshe's teaching is loaded with information. And when you listen once and then twice, every time something new pops up. And this is the connection of the soul of the man, unification of the soul of man for the peace is an utmost important. Why? Because if you go back to the history of mankind, even now you will see tons of organizations exist that they're working for a world peace. From eons, there were a group of people that they gathered. Even United Nations has world peace forum that you can attend. What's happened? What's the difference between the way Keshe Foundation stands for world peace? What makes us different than all these organizations? If you have gone to any of these organizations, they have a 3 days conference. They give you 200 pages of information that they outline what really they want for world peace. And when you read through it, it's beautiful what they put down. And you go in, you sit, and you listen. You start at 9 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, when you look around the room, half of people are sleeping. And the speaker is reading through the notes. And lunchtime comes, you go to lunch, and then you exchange a few words and talk about world peace. And then you come to the afternoon session. And then at night you go for the cocktail and dinner. And the next 2 days is the same. But what has come out of it so far? Where are we as human beings? What is it? What is our position? If you look at it, when we go to physicality, try to do things, is the hardest way to do it. There's no way you can succeed into the physicality, because that's the nature of physicality. But when we go to the soul, is a huge difference, because all the souls, Mr. Keshe says, unify your soul. The souls are already talking to each other. They're taking care of each other. They're giving to each other. They're loving each other. But we don't own it. We don't feel it. You see, when I look at humanity now, they stripped us, we strip ourselves away from our soul a long time. It's not really left of us. On a daily basis, I see this. You see, we decided long time ago, we don't want to be responsible for ourselves. When Moses came, when Jesus came, when Muhammad came, any of them came, what did we do? They gave us a message, a beautiful message. They want us to create to our soul, to the Creator itself. But we create mosques, synagogue, churches, and we chose a middleman. We chose it, Allah, we chose a rabbi, we chose somebody in church, I don't know, I forgot, I passed my mind, but we chose a father to go to. What we did, we think, actually, with our action, we think we are actually gaining more, we are ahead of time. We chose a middleman. What we do, we lie, we cheat, and then we go sit for example, in a church, you go sit in a booth and the father comes on the other side and you repent your sin. What does it show you? You took away responsibility from yourself and give it to a middleman, but in fact, you're actually losing everything by choosing a middleman. On top of it, this is true into the religion, what they did to us, and to everything else that we see in the media, everything. You are stripped away from anything you ever called human being. We are the empty shell with nothing in it right now. We're at the verge of, like, either we choose to go that direction or we choose to just become nothing. So on a daily basis, I say it. How can I say it? I tell you an example. When I see my patient, I give you a clear example of how this world works. I have a young patient come in, sit on the chair, 22, 23 years old, has been with me for 3-4 years. Then she calls, she says she has pain on upper left. I look at her chart ahead of time. I see there's nothing we have done on upper left, and there's no reason, because if I remember correctly from my notes, there was nothing going on with her except one small cavity on the upper left, which was done in the previous time. She sits on the chair, and I look at her, I examine her, and I see 4 filling was done on upper and lower left, 2 on the upper, 2 on the lower. And she tells me a story that she has gone to her dentist in Chicago. She was from there. And the dentist says she has 4 cavities and she has to do deep cleaning. Deep cleaning usually goes for someone who has so much calculus that you can see it on an X-ray inside the gums. Then you go in deep inside and scrape them out. But she's a young woman with nothing going on. She has a perfect gums. But then she sat on the chair, let the dentist do 4 fillings with no cavities, and she didn't go for the deep cleaning. But then I asked her, did you ask? I just saw my dentist last year. How come suddenly I end up with 4 cavities? She said, no. You see, we became sheep. Medical doctors tell us something, we do it. Dentists tell us something, we do it. The TV tell us something, to do it. If you want to know what is good for you, you go Google it. You throw food in front of a dog with one sniff, understand this is not good for me. But we as a human lost it. Every single day, your soul can communicate with you what is good for you, what is bad for you, what to do. When Mr. Keshe talk about driver's seat, your physicality is sitting on a driver's seat. It means you're real. You just want to do this. But you have to allow your soul sit on the driver's seat. So we have to get our power back, the power that is amazing. Not only is amazing, it's beautiful, it restores you. And this is the time we should do it. This is the time Mr. Keshe talked about, we're not here to change anybody. And it's absolutely true. When people want to change, we are there to help them if they need help with the change. This is a beautiful thing. We stand by each other and be helping each other. In the realm of the soul, we connect. When Mr. Keshe introduced the creator as the soul and Mithra as the physicality of the man, two poles standing, and we are between them. And they give us everything, every help possible to pull this through. And the souls are already created. I mean, Mr. Keshe is initiating us into the connection that we already have. The connection is already there. But if you don't feel it, he says, if you don't feel it now, don't worry about it. When the time comes, you understand it. You don't have to feel it. Just connect. Connect with the soul and just let it be. It's okay if you don't feel anything, just don't just go, it's not possible. It's already there. So it's us that we have to trust ourselves. Trust ourselves, trust to our power, trust that we are there. Trust that the God that created us is us all the time. So now we use this time to connect, and once the connection is there, and that connection is never like a cup, Mr. Keshe make an example, is always full. Is always full. Because you see, if you have someone you love, if you have an experience like that, like example, my daughter, when I love her, I give it to her. The minute I give, or she gives me love, the minute you give, you get so much back. You feel it. You feel it immediately. That the shower of love comes from some places, I don't know where, but you feel that. So it's always, when you give, Mr. Keshe says, when you give more, you receive more. This is where we are standing. Don't be afraid to let yourself be. Don't let yourself to be the one who uses the power of physicality. Let go of physicality. I give you another example of why the physicality is always put a stick in front of your wheel. It just happened last week to me. I was using a herb thing that I bought from Iran, because if you guys get a chance to go Iranian market one day to the bazaar, Iran is full of traditional medicine. You can go anything because traditional medicine is big in Iran. So I bought something and I was using it and I felt good. In the morning, you put it in hot water and you drink it. And I was using it for 2 weeks. Last week, one morning, my husband passed by me. He says, this is no longer is good for you, because he can see things. And I said, and I was inside of me, I was a little bit upset about it, why I cannot drink this. And I got a little bit irritated because that was the physicality responding. So I went and he says, look, why don't you use your pendulum to do these things? Because one day I'm not around and I want you to be able to do this. And I went and I was very adamant to prove that it's good for me. You see, this is my will, because I didn't like what he told me. I went and I got my pendulum out of my bag and I did my pendulum. I said, is this good for me? My pendulum said, yes. I said, should I listen to Billy? My pendulum said, no. I said, is Billy good for me? My pendulum said, yes. So I went to him, I called him, I said, my love, can you come here? He came and I said, okay, look at my pendulum. I said, you see my pendulum said, I asked the same question, said, yes, it's good for you. Don't listen to Billy. Billy is good for you. And he started laughing. I said, why are you laughing? He said, because you have a strong will that you want to use this. So you put your soul in the back burner, in the back, and put yourself in the front because you want to do it. You're adamant to do it. So what I did, I came to the office in the afternoon, I was calm, and I took my pendulum out and I said, is this good for me? He said, no. Did Billy answer was correct? He says, yes. So you see, there's a time we want to use our physicality because that's what all the corruption, everything happened because we get into our head that this is what I want to do. This is what I must do. But then when we calm down, when we go back to the soul is very, the way I can describe it is very calm. It's just have no agenda. Gives you always the right answer, always take you to the right direction because it has no agenda. There is no agenda for the soul. But as a human being, we have an agenda. We have to do something, even if it's to the expense of others. We have to prove we are correct. So this is something we have to take away from, let this soul come to play because it doesn't have any agenda, doesn't have to prove anything, doesn't have to be right, doesn't have to be anything. So every step we take, we have to question ourselves, why do I want to do this? Is it something I want to prove to someone, or is it something that I want to do? It's just my soul wants to do it. It feels right. It's just like a water, it flows. It doesn't have any resistance. This is what soul feels like. It has no resistance. I think I spoke enough. Thank you for listening. If somebody else wants to add to this, please.
I'll just remind the Universal Council people that we have translators here, so they need to have people talk slow enough that they can keep up with the translating.
I think that was too late for me, I guess.
Okay. Are you taking questions yet, or are we waiting for the question period for that?
We can take questions. Like if nobody else wants to talk, we can take questions.
Okay, there's a couple of hands up, so just wanted to acknowledge that. So we have Jacko and Salamia. Jacko, would you like to go first?
Thank you, Rick. Hello, everybody. I have a little story to tell, and I think it's very well connected to everything that is happening at the moment. I was 18 years old. I was working abroad. I told this in the workshop from Mark already. I was working shift times, and in between, I had a lot of time, spare time, and colleagues asked if it is possible to go to a certain place. It's called Extensteine. It's a place in Germany. I didn't know it at all. We went there. We were climbing on the mountains, sitting on top, looking the sun down. And I always felt that there was something special. I couldn't explain, but I felt there's something with this place. So years went on. This was 1988 when this happened. 2015, I was watching TV, and in TV was a documentary about this place. And then they were talking that this has a very big history from the Roman Empire time, where the German and the original Germans were fighting and defeating the Roman Empire. The place around it called Teutoburger Forest. And they also told that the Nazis had their occult sessions there. And at this moment, when I heard this, all my hair stand straight. And I had the feeling I have to go back to this place. So I asked my girlfriend and the ex-boyfriend of my sister to come with me. I had the feeling I have to be a representative, men, women, spiritual. So we went 3 persons there, and we went to the place where we normally climbed. When I entered there were a lot of fanions, like they have for prayings in Tibet. There were candles lighting. There were letters to read. And I was really astonished. And of course, we went around, we looked around, and all of a sudden I had the feeling, now we have to stand together. So we 3 stand together in a triangle. We hold each other's hand. And in this moment, the sky opened up. The love and the light came from above to this place. Dear souls, this is exactly what has to happen now. We have to stand together. We have to hold each other's hands to give the gap, to give the love the chance to change this place. And after this happened, I felt very, very, very happy. It was wonderful. We didn't tell this around to other people because they don't understand, but I know that what happens now here on Earth is exactly what happened then to me. And that is why I wanted to share this experience with you. We have to continue, we have to do this job, to call it a job. This love is needed on this place now, and our souls are the ones who make it possible. All together, we need all, and then it comes good. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. So again, we are together. I was very anxious to meet you today because I'd like to make again together the star formation for the negotiation from 28th November for all people which are involved in negotiation in order to bring peace at the soul level, to elevate the soul of all these negotiators. Let's do it. Thank you.
I thank you, Jaco. I felt deep from inside what you said. So beautiful, so much you shared, so lovely, and so much happiness in this time. Yes, we have to do the same thing, to unite, to be united in oneness as one soul. Thank you, Jaco. Thank you so much.
And thank you for your giving from your soul. For me, this is a dream of my life, to make peace in the Middle East, because I study all my life conflict-free conflict resolution on international relations. And I was wondering how I am able, me, one woman, one person, to do this. And God, the universe, sent me this opportunity to be together with you, because together we are strongest as a united soul. We are united already at the soul level, just to feel it and to be conscious of this unity at the soul level, which means at the field level. The field is already unified. We have unified field of everything. in the totality. Plasma interact with everything because this plasma at the soul level, which is the dynamic plasma, we are connected. Everything is in correlation and in interaction. Plasma goes till it or she find other plasmas. And in this way, everything is connected as a plasma at the subtile level, substructure level. So this is a good news that we are already united. But the problem is that we created institutions on this earth which are against the nature of the universe. Everything is fighting against other person because of the greeding, access to limited resources, to control, access to the power, and so on. And all we know that this is not correct, and it's better to listen to our soul, which is already unified at the planetary level and even at the galaxy, universe, and unicos level. Our soul, when he goes from escape from our body, he expands and he becomes a totality. He becomes a totality. So we are part of the totality. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we go to the next slide, maybe?
Sure. Yep.
Do you want to speak about this, Asar, if you're there?
Yes, I'm here. You want me to read it?
Yes, and explain it. Thank you.
Okay. Invitation to unification of all souls. We, the Universal Council, invite all the knowledge seekers to participate on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Eastern Time for the unification of all the souls on this planet and in the unicos to become one in totality, in which the dome of peace through the soul of the man is activated from that point on, which will protect the soul of physicality and the physicality of humanity. And this is when Mr. Keshe talked about the spraying every Sunday. He explained that we're going to go to one step further. And in this way, he says this thing we encountering now is not something to bring a demise. It's something that prepares us for a space. Because in a space, when you go, you're not going to say, oh, I don't want to be here because this pack of energy is here. I want to avoid it because you're part of it. So you know how to deal with it. So in order for us to get to the next level, he talks about unification of the souls, that once we initiate that, that's not something that every Sunday or every Monday or certain time you have to do it, but it's already established. You can go to it, be part of it anytime you wish for it. It can be Sunday, it can be Monday, it can be 5 o'clock, it can be 2 o'clock, but it's always there. So what this invitation is for all the knowledge seekers around the world, whatever language you speak, to get together on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Eastern European time, and to be present and to initiate this unification. That to me, when Mr. Keshe, when he talks about something, to me, Mr. Keshe already knows what's going on, is already happening, is already there. it just opens our eyes to it, that open your eyes to what is in front of you. And frankly, to me, actually, when I spoke about the creator and the meter, and today when I was sitting in meditation, suddenly, to me, I was sitting between two poles, the creator and meter themselves. And it just was, the feeling was so overwhelming. And then amazingly it brought me to the time I was in Iran, in Mitra's temple. We went around and we saw everything, and we came back and we filmed everything. And as you know, you all saw the film of the temple. And then from there, we went to a small town, which was, we were on our way there. And this was, Mitra temple was on our way. So the minute something happened there, minute we came out of the car in that town, suddenly I felt every single cell of my body was communicating with everything, and my tears was coming down, and it was so much joy in my body. I didn't know what's going on. I wiped my tears, but at that point, I just didn't understand it. But this morning, I understood what happened there. It was just something, suddenly when you lose yourself, you lose your physicality, when you become that soul, which is like nothing stands, you just open. You open the gate, because we all closed. When you open, suddenly you feel everything and everyone. And then the beauty of it is so overwhelming that I create the tears come. It's not a tear of sadness. It is a tear of overwhelmed from like something fantastic is happening, but you don't know what it is happening, but you just feel it. So this is for us to be there and connect. And perhaps this is the time we can all connect to the whole cosmos and have that feeling of joyous and blissfulness that is constant and nobody can take it away from us. And it's part of us and it's always been there, but we just open it and notice it and own it and trust it. Thank you.
Hello, this is Marie. This invitation will be posted in all the chats in different languages, those who have translated it for us. And we will meet and Unify on tomorrow at 6 p.m. CET.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon, all knowledge seekers, UCS. I'm Mehran's UCS force. Beautiful things going on. I hope everybody goes to 407, mixed languages. So what, I was waiting somebody. It's about details of how you get into this soul connection. Please, few minutes before you get into this hour of 6 hour Wednesday, take your time and in whatever way you know, you make yourself relax and calm. It's very important. Otherwise, you don't feel anything. Nothing happens for you. Just any way you are habitually doing it, just get to a state of relax and calm. So at 6 o'clock, you just, if you are new, you just connect yourself to the people you love who are like you and understand you, and then go further and further and further. And then Oh, probably, I hope that we can do it every day. It's very important, few minutes before, take your time to relax yourself. Just let go. And at 6 o'clock p.m., everybody is ready to contact collectively the soul and mutually raise the soul of humanity and save our physicality, our bodies from whatever might happen. And it will work. Thank you. I wish you write it down. It's very important to be relaxed before the soul connection, because I do it for years and years. Thank you very much.
Let's go to the next slide, please.
Yeah, I just want to remind one thing, Mary, what Mr. Keshe said with the testimonial of that's one knowledge seeker said that in the prison, they put the magrav around the prison and all the prisoner change the way they would behave. They were much less of problems, and the people, everyone recognized the differences that brought those magrav in the whole environment. So as Mr. Keshe said, we are the magrav as well, and we are the strongest magrav you can ever build. So that is the purpose, to change the environment that we are in, so we can bring more balance. And just remind me also the way I work, because I do neural rehabilitation, and when we teach people to walk again, and you know, it's like Azar said, or Salomea said, or everyone here said, everything is already there. Like when we teach to move the legs again, the leg is there. It's not the leg is not there, and the leg is already attached to the body. It's not like we have to build the leg. But the moment you become aware, a magic happened. And the moment you become aware, so you bring your attention to something, that is where all this energy goes, and magic happen. Like I don't know if the word magic is appropriate, but as soon as you bring attention to something, that become alive. So that become you start to have a say, because you feel it. So people regain when they move a leg again after being paralyzed or after an accident. The first things is they connect with the leg that maybe was out of use for a longer time, and by connecting, doesn't matter if the beginning you don't feel anything. Don't panic. Like Mehran has said, yes, you have to be calm. Very, very important. And then you bring your attention to. So in case of the leg, you bring attention to the toes, the leg, and then suddenly you will start to feel it. Suddenly, out of the blue, and then once you feel it, then suddenly you will have a say. So you have a say only when you feel things, and then you can then you're in charge, like Azar said. Then you back into your driving seat, you know. So just what I'm saying. This is what happened in the Mojan. At the beginning, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know if it was right or wrong. We didn't know how to sit. We didn't know what to do. And then suddenly things start to happen. It's the continuation, the consistency of bringing attention to it and become more aware of it, that then does the whole job, then some comes together. Just this.
This is Moshfik. So we are talking about this invitation, to this event that's happening tomorrow. So we have a soul party going on, and as Manaz and Stefani were talking about preparing for this party, So how do you get dressed for this party? This party of the souls. So perhaps I could add a few hints. In making, in preparing, we come with an intention. And what is this intention doing? You know, we are trying to go deeper into our soul. Some of it is reflected through emotions of strange kind. Emotions sometimes we call joy. It's the emotion that we feel at the depth of our soul. Now, how do we get there? You know, it's one is of course relaxing, and that's a good preparation, clearly. And in a way, it's a plasma. Soul is also plasma, so we go deeper into the fields of the plasma. And in another way of saying it is that we increase our gravitational to reach deep within us. Now, how do we do it? And how does all the people who are getting ready for this party help us in doing so? We, through our intention, we create a stronger gravitational. The stronger our intention, the deeper we go to use stronger fields of the soul. Now, this clearly is a positive step towards getting ready, so to speak. And this is our own effort. And some of us are better at it than others. And here, those of us are better at it, since they go further into this, the depth of the soul. They can give out more. So the giving part to all the other souls, the connecting with all the other souls, some of us are better, and that those who are better, they can give stronger fields to those who haven't quite gotten that far. But seeing a fellow soul's field permeating the environment, they too get encouraged, or they too can say, not so much at the verbal level, but at the soul level, we too can get there. So each of our effort helped the fellow soul on this planet. And our effort gives out more. We can give more to every soul around us. And every soul in receiving can give out more. So it becomes a very rapidly expanding or strengthening field. Who is going to stop it? Nobody, because we are doing it all together, and each helping the other. And each of our effort counts. Each of us are important. Each of us can bring our own strength, our own uniqueness of our field to this mix, to this party. And by doing so, we make the party more fun. To pick a more popular word. And in this process, we not only go deeper into our soul's field, our soul's ability to engage in creating this new environment of peace, and ability of souls to engage with the soul of physicality, so that any physical condition, be it corona, be it injection, whatever it may be, doesn't matter, can easily reach that point where it doesn't matter what has been done. We are in a new world where souls, even one of us is not quite there, others are there, others feel them next to us, we know it. And that's there to elevate that soul to the point where it can engage. So no one is left behind. And this is the most important part of it. None of us, not a single soul is left behind because we are there next to them. As everybody was talking about, there is no specific time for it. We are there all the time. So wherever and wherever there is a need for the field, where the things are not quite ready. Others are dressed for the party. So everybody can join the party. Everybody is invited. Everybody has the equal opportunity to engage. Everybody is able to do the dance, so to speak, dance of the fields. So the important part here is that we are all together. And what I'm talking about is just how easy it is for us to share the fields, us to share, give each other. Yes, we can make our own intention, but giving each other strengthens our intention as well, or strengthens our fields within, our ability to reach deeper or closer to the creator, for we are engaged in a creative effort of bringing all the cells together, bringing peace to our physical soul or physical existence on this planet. And, there are a few who are engaged in a way that doesn't bring peace, but they too are affected by this field. So do they have a choice? Because the field is too strong. They too are with us in their own way. Perhaps the manifestation will be a bit different from some of us, but that they too are with us. We are, as I said earlier, not a single soul is left behind. So they're with us too, in their own unique way. Maybe they will have some adjustment at the physical level to come to terms with this party that we are starting tomorrow. So anyway, so this communication I'm doing with words that I'm speaking, but I'm sure some of you are tuned to other channels and can tune to other channels. For some of are already quite ready for this party. So the communication is happening at multiple levels. And so let's do it together. Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody. It's Dean here. Is it okay if I say something in this moment? Would that be okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. So, as normal, all the beautiful words have been spoken, and all the souls that have put themselves forward and come into a position of standing forward as a brave, creative, incredible energy, an energy transfer that is being brought forward and given to the whole of humanity, the planet, across the universe, and to all the souls that are present with us in every moment. So, as normal, I listen to myself within, and I come to a position, not always, but in some moments, where I try to connect, like we all do with everything, because we are connected in every moment with each and every one of us and everything in creation. But in this moment, I look at the screen in front of me, and there's a transcript from the 407, and it says Mr. Keshe's words. Choose a time. Go back to the time where all of you are at the point of what I call collective calmness. So what does this mean? For you, what does calmness mean for you in your particular environment, in your surroundings, that you create through your thoughts and intentions in every moment? So what is it that brings you that collective calmness to be able to spread the fields to the next soul, so that soul receives the energy that you give in the correct way? So the point of a manifestation is correct, and the field interaction is blooming in the right way. It is like a flower that constantly unfolds and gives its beauty. And so if you create from that point forth, the beauty of the knowledge of creation, which is the universal knowledge that we've all come to understand and are learning and experiencing in these moments, then these words are very poignant. So I call collective calmness. And this time, don't spread the water of Ganges. Spread your soul. So I think we've all just experienced that in these moments, each and every one of us that has come forward and brought our soul and used our interaction of our physical body to bring about a manifestation of the voice and project it forward into the matter state, for each and every soul that is in the matter state to receive this breath of wind, this interaction of the souls. Because in each and every breath that we all take, we share. And so we give to each other continuously in every moment, in the physical plane, as well as on it's been mentioned today, the spiritual plane, which is still the physicality of the soul of the man. The soul of the man, is of a different order, a higher order. The physicality soul, the souls that are made up of every cell of your body, that's spirituality. That's the physical body. But the soul of man is beyond. It's from the creation. It's from the Creator, and it's universal in origin. And that's within all of us, is within you. So interact and unite. So that interaction, that uniting is between each and every single one of us in every moment. We give our fields of protection and love to each other in every moment. And just the sheer thought of that interaction brings about a change of condition in the environment. It's fear of anything, fear of lack of, or fear of any interaction that causes this calmness to be disrupted, that takes you away from your creation. So when you can bring yourself gently back into a position of calmness, then you can reach this wonderful position of sharing and giving to each and every soul that's present in every moment with you. In this very moment now, you are surrounded by countless numbers of souls that are giving you energy, feeding you love and the warmth of humanity and the unicos and everything that you require as a soul in every moment. It's the same for all of us. We just need to experience and tap into the fields of this unified beauty that is the creation of the knowledge and the wisdom of humanity and the universal family that are here helping us in these moments. So going back to the text, this is the part of the purposes of the Keshe Foundation's teaching, unification of the souls, that in space and beyond, we are interactive, we are all one, and we all manifest as one. This is the only way that all of you and many of you will survive this hurricane, which is now blowing across the winds. So as usual with Mr. Keshe, there's very, very many words spoken that have great depth and meaning. And we need to experience them and come back to them in every moment, because many moments, many times, words are spoken, we read through them quickly. And we've learned as knowledge seekers and to come back to these words many times, because each time you come back, you find your level of interaction, your knowledge has grown. So those words have a different meaning. They, the fields interact with your environment depending upon how you are feeling it and experiencing those words in that moment. And so they change constantly, they flip. One moment, one word can mean completely a different meaning to the purpose that it meant for you in one moment through an experience that you've had or through a field interaction you've been experiencing. It just completely changes. So it's always a great idea to come back to these moments frequently and experience them once more. So we make a new race out of the soul of man. We make a new race out of the soul of man. How do we do that? For me, from my understanding, reading these words in this moment, my interactions with my soul, protecting humanity in this moment, in these moments, and connecting with all the souls means for me that we're changing the race collectively, together, united, in calmness in these moments. And as I sit here and I speak these words, I connect with every single soul. I sense you, and I thank you for being present. And collectively, we bring about the change, this change to the race of mankind, to a peaceful and back to the beauty that we know that we all possess. So I think that's enough for now. I thank you all so much for listening, and it's always an honor and a privilege to speak on this platform with the Universal Council and all the knowledge seekers, each and every single one of you. None of us are higher, none of us are lower, we are all equal. We are just human beings having an experience, and we are all beautiful souls that are here for a very long time. It's entirely up to you how you experience it. It's your reality. Enjoy. Thank you all.
Who would like to read this?
Shweta.
Yes, I'm going to read this. And this is Shweta Anwar, representing Hindi language. And welcome, my dear beautiful souls. These are the, I can say, the dictations of the Universal Council's knowledge seekers and the universal community, as we are one now. And I will read this, We, the Universal Council, knowledge seekers, and the universal community, dictate conditions for the protection of the physical embodiment of the human race. We dictate conditions for the elevation of the souls of the human race. We dictate conditions for the elevation of the souls of the 5+1 negotiators. Anyone want to read the next dictation?
I can do that.
Okay.
So this was written after. Can you close your mic? This was written in after the soul teaching. So we were talking about that it's no longer wishing, but we dictate. And that is very important because now we have to act as creators. We dictate that we, as a collective soul of knowledge seekers, including all the souls in the Unicos, helping humanity, to give freely from our soul, to protect the soul of physicality, so that no physicality of humanity are being harmed in any way. And this can be seen as a manifesto we brought to our mind 24/7 for the protection of humanity. So it's kind of something that is put together as something, because we have to dictate. This is a very serious matter, or Mr. Keshe calls it a danger to the human or humanity. So, and I think we all know what it's referring to. And so we need to use our soul in a new way, and we are kind of, so Mr. Keshe is kind of opening the door for us to dictate. So but we need to unite as one soul first, and we do that tomorrow in that exercise, and then we dictate. And in this meeting tomorrow, we are all equal. Everyone is, there are no program, there are for everyone to speak, and we are all equal as souls, and we will be unified. So that will be very interesting. Thank you.
I do have to say that when we were in the Mojan, we were connecting, and Mr. Keshe said not to talk, like not talking, like when we connect, because when you think or speak is not it. So we have to maybe find a way we can balance the two.
Yes, so that is very interesting, because there is no program for that meeting tomorrow. So maybe we just meet in silence.
Yeah, because this is what we, I mean, this is what we were doing every evening. Every evening we were sitting after the lecture that Mr. Keshe gave us all day. We will come back to the apartment where we were, and we were just sit in silence. I don't know for how long, even for hours, every day, every evening, and we were connecting. One thing he said also, I don't know if it's applicable to tomorrow, I don't know, but, and I used it all the time. Also, when you sit, he didn't say it the way you have to sit, but definitely said that to have a space under your seat. But I don't know if it was just for that occasion, I don't know. But he also said to have the eyes semi-closed and point, you know, because when you have the eyes semi-closed, you go into the universe. So, so I don't know, this has to be applied tomorrow, but just sharing the way we did it in the Mojan. So, and then maybe tomorrow, because even in the Mojan, we never knew exactly what to do. We were just connecting. So we, yeah. So
that is, we are not 100% sure what to do tomorrow. So maybe we start in silence. And but another point is that we have to do this. So tomorrow it's the initial meeting to connect us, and then we have to do this over and over and over again. And in the end, we will do this all the time. Become a kind of yeah. Okay.
Well, I think tomorrow when we start, we really one of the thing, because people are listening to this and people are going to listen to this later, and I got messages from Farsi community because they're concerned about like how it's supposed to be done. So we don't want to make it complicated. is no failing in life. So when people come in, we can have a simple instruction to just be calm and sit. But some people might even lose sleep tonight if I'm going to make connection tomorrow or not, and just worry about it. It's just nothing to make it complicated, worry about it, because it's already there. Tomorrow when everybody comes in, we just go through it, and then everybody goes into their silence, and there is no wrong way or right way. And that, okay, if I do it this way, I'm going to fail. So everything is okay. We just make it happen at that time when everybody comes in.
Thank you, Osai. And we also discussed, because if you see this public Zoom meeting tomorrow as a physical thing, so in the end, we have to do this on a soul level. So we start in the kind of with the Zoom meetings, but we will not have a lot of Zoom meetings. Maybe we'll need more Zoom meetings. I don't know, but this is the kind of the upstart meeting, and then we have to do this exercise on a soul level, each one of us at home or wherever we are.
Hello again. I think if I can get to your Zoom, I can get 1 or 2 minutes to prepare everybody before they start. But I don't know what Zoom, so if you can send me, I start with preparing a few minutes, 1 minute or 2, and then everybody just quietly try to let go. But don't forget, sometimes the souls which are higher take the others in, so it should not be that difficult. So you just trust and relax. If I can get into the Zoom, I just got my telephone prepared, so I can in 1 minute or 2 prepare for the connection.
Mehran, I want to say something. Mehran, I want to say that this invitation is the trigger for the preparation, and there is no such thing as preparation. As in the soul level, we are all connected. Just we have to realize that the awareness is.
Yeah, but just having an order.
Yeah.
Order of not to be lost. How I do, what's that? What's just to make an order of start.
Shweta, we can't hear. Your microphone is really bad. Thank you.
Well, we do as we can, everybody. Well, I just suggested that. That's better to have some organization before we start.
Now, can you hear me, Rick, clearly? Hello?
Yep, we can hear you now. Now it's really noisy. It's really noisy now. Still really noisy.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Okay, Gatwa has a hand up. Perhaps we can hear from him.
Thank you very much, Rick. And hello, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I'm looking at what is projected here, and I think we have unfinished because when we say knowledge seekers and the universal community, one dictate conditions for the protection of the physical embodiment of the human race. We have not said which conditions. So would it be better to use a humbler word, like we elevate souls for their protection, or something to that effect, instead of dictate, because this can be misconstrued. And then the second one, we dictate conditions for the elevation of the souls of the human race. Which conditions is missing? Is it elevation? Is it something else? dictate conditions for the elevations of 5+1 negotiators. We haven't mentioned the conditions. Perhaps we should think of this word dictate and use elevate, because even our powers as a Universal Council notwithstanding, we have to be humble in the way we express ourselves. Thank you very much. This is my humble opinion. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. I exactly have your opinion. I felt the same way also. Dictating is not what we are looking for. Yeah, I think everything should be with love.
I think
Wait.
this is what's happening.
Wait, everybody, wait. This should be discussed with the Universal Council before all of this is produced, and not in the middle of the introduction of all this. So, I mean, we could change it now if you want to, if someone has the ability to do that. But it should be discussed, and otherwise we're getting into an argument about the semantics here.
Hello, Moni, you can go ahead.
Okay, so I think this is the first step for the Universal Council to do its guiding. And that is not only me who thinks that, but this is our way. So this is, I think, Universal Council will push this forward.
There was a reason. There was a reason the word dictate came up, correct? So that's sort of
Mr. Keshe said that.
Right. So that needs to be worked with in the background to make sure everybody's okay with that word, or find a way to word it so that we don't use a word that's so loaded or whatever. But that should be discussed among the Universal Council to work that out beforehand, so it doesn't look so fragmented when you display your final presentation here. Right.
I agree with you, Rick. Thank you very much.
And also, after the first initiation, there is no need for the Zoom meeting, because we can put a time for everybody wherever they are. They can sit in that position. We can choose many times during the week. Anybody can choose any time they want and sit in that position, because we live in different parts of the world and we have different timing. We can choose many times on each day, and you can just step in and connect. And there is no need.
When you are sitting by yourself, who are you contacting yourself, your soul with?
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
When you are sitting by yourself and you want to contact with which soul?
You see, what I'm talking about is this: tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Eastern Time, everybody is there and everybody is connected. The initiation happens. After that, when we make decision about, for example, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, on this day, the soul can connect. On that time, on that day, you can sit and connect with all the souls that choose that time. And when the souls are connected, the cup is always full. So we don't need Zoom meeting, like 5 Zoom meetings a day, because the connection is already there, it's happening. So the Zoom meeting is only for initiation for tomorrow. After that, we put a lot of times on the group chat, and you guys choose, everybody choose what they want to do, what time they want to sit and connect.
But I think the Wednesday, 6 o'clock, everybody has to keep and we, if we want to do it more, we do it. But 6 o'clock, all knowledge seeker at the same time do it, right?
Of course, we invited everybody from all languages to come in for that meeting. So everybody knows about that. I think we translated this to Farsi language, and it's posted on our Farsi group. And I think other groups have done the same.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see what we have on the next slide. So we have the Dome of Peace, which is kind of step one in this thing. Do anyone?
Baroness can read it if she wants.
I don't have my glasses.
Okay. Got one. Actually, I don't suggest anyone, sorry.
Hi guys, it's Dean here. I can read it if you like. Would that
Yeah, I
be
want to
okay?
see you as well.
If someone else would like to read it, please do. I will read it if anybody is not going to.
If not, Mehran was going to get her glasses.
Yeah, I do. All right. The Dome of Peace from Mr. Keshe. Please remember this Sunday and every Sunday from now on, until we raise the soul of this planet to a peaceful planet, Keshe Foundation knowledge seekers worldwide will spread the GAN's water around the world at 12 PM CET and or 18 PM CET every Sunday at the same time as they choose which time to suit them. Thank you for participating in this great movement by the soul of the man to bring about the peace on this planet as a permanent feature of the life of this planet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see what's on the next.
Yes, this merit is just the next step of so from GANs every Sunday. The next step now is the soul.
Yes, it's the Dome of Peace. It's all about peace. Very interesting. Okay. Maybe we can go one longer, go one further, and then you can go back, please. Oh, one more.
It's thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mehran.
Okay. So wait a minute, Sweta. Close your mic.
Okay.
So I just want to remind everyone that tonight at 11 PM CET, there is in this interview with the TV Galactica, where I myself is representing the Universal Council and answering questions on behalf of the council from the audience. And it's translated into Portuguese. And it's very nice. So please come and watch us. It's I don't have the link. If I find the link in YouTube, because I don't think the session is put up yet, but if I find it, I will post it in the chat. Thank you. Now you can go back, Rick.
Okay, this is Shwetanvar, you see Hindi language. And I welcome my dear ones, Suswagatam, to the beautiful energy of the council, to the beautiful energy of the foundation, Keshe Foundation. And as we all know, there's always the invitation has been done, and we are together in peace in the path of being a soul man, a Solomon soul man. And This is how Solomon has communicated with all that is in love, care, kindness, and light. So this is what we are going to do. We have done it before. We just doesn't aware of it. We didn't realize it. Now this is the time of transition, transmission, and realization also. So this will be very okay, Patricia. I apologize. So this is the way we transit, slip in between the dimensions, slip in between the moments. So this is the freedom. Even interdependently, we share and communicate with all souls in the oneness as we are doing now. Please do that, and I will. It's a heart and soul call of love, you can say. And these, I will say, these are the sounds. Okay, Mark, Rick, is there a disturbance in my sound? Hello?
Now.
Now it's all right, Mark?
Yes.
It was okay. Now we're getting a bit of interference, actually.
Okay. I'm slipping side by side. I'm reading it quickly. This is the Universal Council, my dear ones. And we are doing this, well, you can say exercise or dictating, because this invitation is because for the protection of humanity and the physicality of humanity, what is left now, and eliminate the dangers that is out there or within. So this is the page of the Universal Council, and this is the logo of the Universal Council, and you can see the soul man carrying the essence of love, care, and light. Whatever he accumulated, all from eons, and going through the fire of Mitra, the love of Mitra, to the dimension, slipping away to other dimensions, or star formation, or the dome of peace we have created, entering the stargate in this way. So this is the logo, my dear ones, in peacefulness. Peacefulness is the most important thing that is to be there, the root of every lovely things that to be happened. So this is the page, my dear ones, and there is an application. There is an application you want to fill. Please do, and joining more energy to the Universal Councils. And this is an application, and you can see the violet flame, the flame of protection, the flame of love, kind, and care. So this is the page, this is the application, my dear ones, for the Universal Council membership and the Universal Council support membership. And you can say Universal Councils. And this is the beauty of it. And join as much as souls, beautiful souls you can, especially, I will say, the younger generation, as we are in a dictation to dictate, to justify, to protect the physicality of humanity, to be merging, to merge with the universal community, as this is the happiness we can give to the universal creator who created us. So as a creator too. So this is the application, my dear ones. Please fill it with your soul pen, with a pen of physicality, and present it to others so that they can, as we are doing it now, soul communication as soul man, do it. Make it a presentation as from your heart and soul, my dear ones. This is the way we want it always. As human, this is our nature. And we create nature wherever we go. So this is what we are, peaceful human. So this is the Universal Council page, and go to the website, please. And these are the links to the documents of the UC Charter. Go through the UC Charter, my dear ones. This is the explanation of all that is needed in a foundation of science. And the UC mandate, which is mandatory to create an essence, a form of your way. This is the freedom we have, even we are interconnected. So the EC Constitution, the Earth Constitution, as the wellness centers, as the Dome of Peace is here, and the wellness centers are to be created or are created already in this oasis on Earth. And we need to know the Earth Constitution also. And this is the beauty, and I invite them, the Earth Councils, to join us. This will be the beauty and totality, and the most important, the peace roadmap, the road to be the Solomon, to understand the nature of human, human. We are creating nature always, wherever we go. So thank you so much. Thank you so much being here, my dear beautiful souls, always. And I will say welcome, welcome, welcome. Suswagatam. Thank you. Thank you, my dear Rick. Salam, namaste, salute.
Does the Universal Council wish to have a question period now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, I'll remind the attendees here that you can put your hand up and we can allow you to open your microphone. There's a suggestion in the YouTube from Mike McKella. It would be good to start the meeting tomorrow with a simple intention to provide more unifying energy.
Yes, I would like to interact with necessary intention, but feelings. Feelings, as many people today said, it's very important, these emotions. Intention without emotion could not make the correlation between the two soul of man and soul of physicality. I'm so happy that tomorrow we will start to do this and we will be initiated. And I think that is a good idea that we fix some hours and we will meet without Zoom, just to have in mind. I am part of many communities, and every night at 9 o'clock evening, many humanist cosmologists from the world just connect each other for the peace of the planet. And there are many, many groups on the world. So I propose 9 o'clock in the evening, Central Romanian time. So it's 8 o'clock in Central Eastern European time. And we can propose many, many others time for other people too. Depends. So I agree with your ideas that it's good to connect for the beginning with to initiate everybody, and after somebody will marry or member of the Universal Council will fix some hours. Thank you very much.
Yes, because Salomena, because the end of it will be that we will do this 24/7. So if you do it, if we do this 24/7, eventually we're gonna connect with anyone, any group, anywhere, anytime that does the same. So eventually we're gonna integrate everyone, like Mushfaq said. No one will be left out. I just want to share something else, like. I also remember that Mr. Keshe was told us many times to try to replicate the feelings of love when you, unconditional love, when you fall in love the first time. You know, that I just want to say this. Thank you.
Just to add that to Salimia, maybe, the thing is to focus. We just want to focus our souls, the energy of souls, on one subject. So it's good that we all have a are from the same group with same intentions. And of course, all humanity is inside it, but it's important to have people of the same focus in soul.
Yes, you know, so consciousness and soul are synonym. We use soul and spirit, and some academics use consciousness and awareness, but it's the same. Just different names for the same reality. Thank you.
Is there any knowledge of the Zoom number that people who
Yeah, it's a
want
public
to connect?
teaching, the same as you use on Thursday or the one we use today.
Genial.
It's the same ID.
So everybody can join. Great. Oh, wow. Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
There's a suggestion in the Q&A from Caleb. How about there are a few instructions on the picture of the screen share and everyone's microphone is disconnected.
The picture will be the
Something that'll have to be determined, I guess, how to proceed at the beginning and to let everybody know, and also to be able to let people know that are coming in late to the meeting. If it's just silence, then you have to let them know that that's what's going on. So
Maybe we can write
put that
something.
in the chat, I guess. Okay, we have some hands up here. Danilo, if you could go first, and we have Patricia and Jefferson.
Hey, hello, everybody. I hear the experience of Jaco. I think his name is Jaco. And this experience touched me very much because I share with you guys one day my experience in my home. I'm from Brazil. And I will share again. I think maybe Jaco never heard my history. I was here in my room, in my house, in my TV room, and I saw somebody taking my cat's paw. Okay, my cat was like
hearing Danilo. I don't know if it's just me or if
can you
it's
hear me?
Problem.
Is not good my sound?
Yes, I think it's very good.
Can other people hear Danilo okay?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear.
Danilo, yeah, we can hear you. I think Rick's having a problem.
Anybody hear me?
You can hear me, Danilo?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not telling that.
Disconnected.
Yeah, I think Rick has a problem.
Hello? Anybody there?
Yeah, let's wait for Rick to solve. I can share after. Can I go on?
Yes, I would say please continue. We're sending a message to Rick.
So
okay, I'll have to do arranging of something here in order to hear.
So I want to share with Jaco my experience and with you guys. Okay, I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm not saying that just something happened to me. I was here in my TV room and I saw my cat raising the paw. It's like if somebody invisible was shaking my cat's paw. And it's not something usual. Okay, my cat is very scary.
Very scary.
Yeah, now I have echo. Now it's good. So somebody was taking my cat's paw. Somebody invisible. Okay, I think I think because I saw my cat with the paw raised, and okay, no problem. I thought, no problem. I have no fear. I can give you love. So I start to share love. And then my other cat, the male, he came to me on my sofa and he looked into my eyes and look at my side and do this 3 times. Look at me and look to the other seat. And he was trying to telling me, somebody's close to you. You know, because my other cat he's very scary. He never come close to me. He is always hiding. So I realized that somebody was here. Maybe it's only on my imagination. I don't know. Okay, I start to raise my hand and share love and think, oh, I don't know who you are. If you are an alien, an angel, whatever, I don't care. I will give you love. And I raise my hand and I start to share love. Okay. So I start to feel the biggest love of my life. I never felt like this. If a human love can go from 1 to 10, I felt 1,000,000 of love. It was the first time I felt like this. It was like, oh, this is real love. I never knew love. This is love. And it was amazing, amazing, the best feeling of my life. And I just want to share with you guys and with Jacob because his experience is so much beautiful. And if I can continue, I had a dream after regarding to this. I don't know if I have time, if I would talk too much, guys. Should I stop here?
No, but you may want to back away from your mic a little bit.
Sorry.
Seems, I know you're excited about the story. Very interesting.
Is better now?
Yes.
Sorry.
Just
So
leave
I
us-
will continue.
Yeah.
So I will say quickly what happened in my dream. I was in my dream, then suddenly 3 knowledge seekers came to me. They are always in 3, always. When I find aliens in my dream, always people came in 3. Okay, so they came and they said to me in my dream, okay, boy, you want to see a teleportation device, a translocation device? And I said, of course. And they took like a round mirror and they put on the ground, and this mirror starts to shine, to make a hologram of a sun shining, a very beautiful sunset, like a hologram. And when I start to look into the sun, I start to feel that love again, that real love I call the real love, unconditional love. And suddenly I connected to the emotion of the sun, of the love. And suddenly I changed my location. I was there looking to the sunset. I changed my location. I remember they told to me, don't use your mind. Don't think, like Stefania said, don't go through your mind. Just trust your feelings. And I think this dream is just a continuation of this history. Thank you, guys. I love you.
Rick, are you back with us?
Yes, more or less. I've got, my sound is messed up, though. I can't hear through my headphones, only on my computer. So something happened with the sound port suddenly.
We're hearing you well.
Okay, good. I can hear you too. All right. Should we hear from Patricia next?
I have a suggestion. We can maybe start this in Zoom tomorrow for the whole nation. And then maybe each one of the communities can start their own meetings with this, a meditation or something, and put this into their wish. So this way we'll have this continuously during the week, during all our workshops, and it will get to be a custom from everybody to start their workshops with this in mind of having the peace. For example, tomorrow at 6 o'clock CET, it's coinciding with our workshop of the Hispanic community. So we can start this Zooming in together with you, and then we continue with our workshop.
Patricia, I want to say that if you are connected with us tomorrow, even you are doing your workshop, it's okay. We cannot separate. We are going to unite forever. So communities, tribes, nation, now this is not separated anymore. We cannot create separation anymore. Yes, we are coming from different communities, but this time we are in the soul realization, and this is in the oneness. So if you're not able to attend, but your soul is with us, that is also.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it's also important to have that silence during this moment, especially tomorrow that we're all connecting. So we'll talk with Lily, and we'll make like a space for this special moment of silence or connection. And then we keep on with our
Sweta, please turn off your microphone. I can't hear. Can't hear when other people talk through your microphone. There's something wrong with your microphone, Sweta.
At least when you're not speaking, Sweta, thank you.
Now you can hear me clearly?
We can hear you clearly, but when other people
too fast for us.
We can hear you clearly, Shweta, but when other people speak, then suddenly your microphone goes bad and it makes a lot of noise.
Okay. Oh, just I have only want to say, Patricia, that tomorrow is the day, and it will trigger all the days, and be present with your soul. If you are not, we know that nobody's present physically, but if you are doing a workshop, even if you're doing a workshop, you are present with me. So there is no community or nation or such type of meditation will be done. This is only, and with the screen of Keshe Foundation, we are going to do this. Thank you, Patricia.
Okay. So I think our soul is always connected. I don't think it disconnects at any time. So I think we're all going to be there all the time.
Okay, is there any other questions or comments here?
Yes, hello to everyone. Here's Andreas. I wanted to ask, does it make sense to join with the language community groups via other Zoom room and make translations? Or is it really about we meet and have the silence, and everyone also who cannot speak English can come into this room?
Yes, Andreas, it is like that. Everybody can come from all communities, all languages. So welcome, my dear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if Jefferson, if you could go ahead.
Hello, Rick.
We hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Hi, everyone. This is Jefferson Rodriguez from Brazil. It's always a pleasure to be with you all here, and the opportunity to participate in this movement. It's very wonderful what we have heard here, experience. That's very, and the steps that everyone brought in the way that we can elevate ourselves to connect in this strong way, as I see this. And I was just thinking about that as we connected this time with the intention, with the plasma fields that we have already connected. So when we connected with each other in this way, maybe we can create such a strong energy that sometimes, in my view, can overpass the strength that I think in the beginning we should use to reach the strength of the magnetic fields. Maybe that's a question that I would like to even put it is for discussion. If you can interact throughout our soul, intentions, and ideas, interact with the hydrogen that's in the water of all of this that you have seen. For those who have already taken, and for those who are going to take. Because I was thinking, I don't know if it was Ms. Sazar that brought the prison with the reactors. They put few reactors around and they changed the whole behavior of the people. So we can act, in my view, or humble view, as these reactors. One connected with the other, and we all together, we can interact with any element that was made with the amino acid of this planet. So I believe that we must have a aiming point, one of aim point. We can have many as our idea in how we can interact to solve this first urgent problem that's coming. So maybe it can be useful, interactive. Maybe that's what we're gonna bring. You have so many experts and knowledge seekers that know a lot and interact with the energy. If is it possible, it's feasible to interact with this, maybe the plasmatic field of the neutron of this matter. So in such a way, we can bring one communication line through the water. That humans are made, everybody's made of water. So you can have, I don't know if I made myself clear, to interact with the hydrogen and the neutron in our plasmatic level. So I think it's easier. And everybody can do this, I think. It's just one opinion, just to discuss. And thank you very much for everyone. I think we should start without any communication system, no physicality, in my view. We know the time, and you just go, and everyone, let's say, make its own way to reach. Everyone have a different position in the sun position, night, in the mountains, sea level, everybody in different position, conditions. So it's gonna be, it's a pleasure for me to participate in this time. Just say thank you, Mr. Keshe, for the opportunity, at least for me, to participate and to be with you all. It's an honor. It's a very, very nice moment. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, if there's no further questions, perhaps we can close things down. We're running quite late here in today's show, 2 hours, 45 minutes. But seems like it was important to get the comments out that did come out. So it is what it is. Is there anything else that we need to handle here? Had a question in the YouTube from Maya Caroline. Says, sorry, I'm kind of new. Even if I'm for peace, I'm not that advanced to feel love all the time. Still have hurts from past experiences. Know I have to work on our elevation. It's not easy. Okay, thank you for that. I think everyone has to work on their elevation in some way or another to get to that point of feeling love all the time, or unconditional love. It's not easy. It's simple, but not easy. But what an opportunity to share that love together as one soul at tomorrow's 6 p.m. CET meeting. And again, that's at the public Keshe Foundation Zoom room, 939-474-503, as all the public workshops. Speaking of which, we also have the Keshe Plasma Reactor group coming up starting Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central European time. And it'll be a bit of a shorter workshop than the usual 5 to 6 hours because I need to rest before the other workshop that we'll be having shortly after that. Okay, so there's
Rick, hi,
nothing
it's Dean
else.
here. Can I just quickly say, just because you spoke about that lady speaking through YouTube, and it's been said many times that the past is the past, the future we don't know, and the present is a gift. It's the present moment. That's so in answer to that late to me, it's the moment. It's in this moment, and you can start right now. Just let everything go and be present with yourself and with everybody else in this moment. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Dean. And thanks to all the members of the Universal Council today. And we'll get someone to read the final thank you here.
Is anyone would like to read it? Mushfaq, Gato, I don't know, anyone or
I'll read it.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Thank you. I give freely from my soul to all souls in existence. Take what you need, the Universal Council.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am present.
I'm present.
Thank you. I'm present.
Thank you. I'm present.
Thank you. I'm present.
I am present.
Okay, that sounds good. I thank everyone for being present here at the 197th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for Justice and World Peace. And I think I'll play the music version of the Flight Enhancement Spaceship unit to go out with. And we'll see everybody next time around, and of course at the meeting tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.